Hey YouTubers, well, got another video review for you. As you guys know, I run the fishing kayak mods group on Facebook, and also kayak trailer mods group on Facebook. And you know, if you guys aren't a member, haven't heard of the group, check it out. Got quite a few members. I think there's about 60,000 combined members between the two groups, and man, it's just really growing like crazy. But anyways, I appreciate all you guys making the post and all that, and sharing your different experience with modding your kayaks and your trailers and all that stuff out. Everybody, it seems to be very informative, and you know, every once in a while you'll get somebody and you'll look at something that you've done and be like, I don't know about that. But hey, that's the fun of it, you know. Yeah, everybody can mod out whatever they like any way they like. So anyways, so this week I want to go ahead and show you my latest mod. I just got the 2022 native watercraft Titan Propel 12, and I ended up finding a really good deal on a trailer. And so I wanted something that was just small enough where I could, you know, throw one, maybe two kayaks on here. I might do a little modding on it, make it a little bit wider or something. But you know, I want something where I can just back it down into the water. You know, it's a little hard for me sometimes to, you know, wrestle with these bigger fishing kayaks. So I wanted to get a trailer, and I found this one yesterday, and so I want to do a little modding on it too. But for today, I'm going to show you the BlackPak. This is the YakAttack BlackPak. I waited, and I ended up getting the 16 by 16 size. And if you're wondering how big this thing is, I mean, look at that. This is in the back of the Titan. I mean, you see, that's a big crate. So it looks really good in here, fits in here, and man, that thing holds a lot of tackle. I'll show you all the features of it here in just a second, so stick around. So here's the box that it come in. It says it's a 16 by 16. We already went over that. It's easy assembly. I heard one guy say it took him like 3 hours. Dude, your man card's revoked. This thing, I didn't even read the directions. I wanted to see how fast and if I was able to put it together without reading the directions. Dude, it took me like a little over an hour to put it together, and that's from just going and switching things around several times. You know, I would put the rod tubes in different locations, and I'd switch them to whichever fit my needs. As far as right here, it says fully customizable GridLock panels. Man, I go ahead and tell you, this thing is a game changer. You know, if you'd have asked me 5 years ago, you know, about the original BlackPak, I would have been like, man, you're crazy. I ain't gonna pay that kind of money for a milk crate. And so that's why I started the group, Fishing Kayak Mods, because I wanted to be able to do things on the cheap. But now the new YakAttack BlackPak Pro, I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer, just simply because they've got this grid system in here, and you know, everywhere there's a hole, you could potentially mount something there. So it's pretty cool. And you know, if you mount something in there once, it's not tore up where you can't mount something in there again. I've moved these rod tubes around several times, and just trying to figure out the best way that I like, where I want them and stuff. So that's the cool thing about this. If you're into modding your kayak and moving things around to suit your needs and making it comfortable for you, then this is going to be a good fit for you. I gotta say, as far as the crate, the BlackPak, man, it's strong. It really is strong. I mean, I wouldn't have any problem sitting on this thing. I'm a big guy. I'm about 315, 6'1", and I wouldn't hesitate at all to set my big butt down on that lid. As far as putting it together and stuff, you know, truthfully, it was like putting Legos together, because the corners kind of push in together, and then you screw them in together, and then the bottom kind of pushes in together, and then, you know, you got to put your hinges and stuff for your lid. Anyways, I really like the way that all the stuff that they've done to this to make it better, and all the rod tubes come with the leashes and stuff. I mean, it's just really freaking handy. You can see right over here on this side, you know, if you want to use that rod leash, you just grab a hold of it, throw it around your rod, and that way if you take a dump in the lake, you don't lose all your fishing rods. So I mean, I'm pulling on it, and you know, it would take some doing to lose it. So if you don't like these, you know, the way that these work, you could always put some different ones on there. And I've got some rod leashes that I got off of Amazon to match the yellow or the orange. Man, I can't get it together today. But let's say you don't like these and you want to put some different ones on there. These AR rod tubes are pretty cool because they've got places all the way down where you can, you know, attach a carabiner or whatever, just whatever you want. So you could hook a leash right there and then around the rod, and you know, that way, you know, if you like that style better, that way it's not gonna be lost at all. You know, let's say you're in deep water, you flip over, you know, it could come out the side right there, but you know, if you wrap something like a bungee with around it and put a connector on there, it's not gonna be lost. But I really think that's cool. I'm gonna leave those on there. I really like them, at least for now anyways. As far as storage, my God, this thing is freaking huge. Let me show you on the inside. You can see right here, I've got it mounted behind the seat, and my seat is right here. I have a new product mounted on the back of my seat though. It's called tackle webs. I've seen on Facebook they've got these, and it's basically just like a webbing to fit behind your seat. So I wanted some storage back there so I could put like my sunscreen and bug repellent and all that, and just drop it down in that pouch. So that's why, you know, it's sticking out a little bit. So as far as the latches goes, let me give you a little close-up on it. The way that you work these is you push down on this just a little bit. It's a little bit of play in it. So you push that down and then you just pull that back. Same thing over on this side. You just pull it down, it pops back. So the latches on here seem like they're pretty good quality. Now right here, as far as the lid, you've seen it just doesn't flop back down real easy, it stays put. It's because I've got the tension adjusted on it to where, you know, to stay vertical, and it'll hold itself till you get to about right in there, and then it wants to fall. But when it does fall, it's really not loud. It might have sounded loud on camera, but it's really not, because they've got these little rubber isolation bushings, or isolator bushings. But you can see right in there, they've got bushings on all four corners. So if you do close the lid, it's not going to sound like plastic. It's going to be more of a little bit of a thud. So I do like that. And as far as, you know, what everybody wants to see. Now, this is not the way that I'm going to keep it. I've just been playing around with it for a few days because some of these tackle boxes are empty. But I just wanted to show you a few different type of boxes that you could put in here and give you an idea and let you figure out what you like. I believe this one's the 3600, and then you've got these others, and you know, they fit. You can put tons of gear in here. I mean, you can see I still have plenty enough room. And these are really cool. They're lure lock tackle boxes. These are you've never seen these before. They've got like a sticky gel. Let me set it on top of this box up here. They've got like a sticky gel on the inside, and it prevents you from your lures from moving around. I think it's pretty cool for using in a kayak, so you don't get a lot of noise, you know, and vibration and stuff. You don't want to scare the fish off. And so I think it's pretty neat. I've used them. I've got several of them. I got one of their toolboxes, and they actually work great. You can put your lures in there, and you can even put tools in here, and first aid equipment, and you know, not just lures. But I really like the box because it's multi-level. So you've got one level there, then another one here, and so you can triple stack your lures. And you know, it's got a smaller thickness than what you would have if you had like 3 plain old boxes stacked up. It's a little bit thinner. So the lure lock boxes work in there, and then lure lock also has this one. I do like these a lot. And instead of using the plain old boxes, the lure lock boxes are a little bit thinner. So if you've got a bunch of thinner lures, this is a really good box. You could probably fit more of these in that crate than in the BlackPak than you could the Plano boxes, just because, like I said, they're not nearly as thick. I like that. So if you're wanting to carry a bunch more gear, you could load up on those. The only bad thing about the lure lock boxes is they're not waterproof. I like the Plano boxes. That's why I use these, because they've got that rubber gasket around them, kind of like an ammo can, and they seal up really good. And that way, if you take a dump, you know, and flip over, then you're not going to lose all your tackle, or at least it's not going to sink. You guys get an idea of how much room's in there, and it's pretty amazing. The only thing as far as not fitting real good on the Titan is here on the bottom. There's a set of rubber feet. You can see right here, and you know, it does a really good job if you're on flat surface. But you can see right there that there's like little raised areas on the Titan, and then there's a hatch right in there in the bottom. So these rubber pads don't make it quite to the bottom of the deck. All right, so now you can see what I mean. And that's a simple fix. I'm sure maybe YakAttack might come out with some deeper feet, and basically it's not even feet, it's like the rubber pieces. All they'd have to do is just make them a little bit thicker, and you know, or you could put something under them if you wanted to. You might even take and put it's so close, you might even take a couple washers and stick up in there and then put the rubber piece on. Who knows, that might give you enough clearance so that it could touch the rubber feet and then still ride on these two if you put something heavy in there. Because truthfully, maybe later on down the line, I was thinking about putting a battery in there. And I'm not talking like a lead acid battery, one of those heavy ones. Nah, that's too heavy. You know, this kayak's heavy enough, don't need that much extra weight. But you know, I was thinking about like a lithium battery, and just putting it in there in the back, and putting my tackle around it, because this is such a big box. That's what I wanted it for, because I want to keep the kayak looking clean. Now, as far as attaching the BlackPak Pro to your kayak, you know, they've got different ways that you can attach it. It comes with all different types of mounts to mount your crate to your bungee. And they've got these little corner mounts. It's really cool. You take and you mount them right there on the corner, and you put a screw on each side. There's one there, then one there, and then it gives that corner some strength. And then also it provides you with this little opening right there. So if you wanted to, you could run a cam buckle strap through there and attach it over to the side with maybe some pad eyes or an eyelet or something. And so that way you don't have to rely on the bungees. And that's what I'm going to do, because truthfully, I'm going to be trailering this thing with the BlackPak and, you know, all my gear in it. And, you know, I really don't trust bungees if I was to get in a car wreck or something like that, or, you know, if I was to flip it, you know, I don't want to rely on bungees to hold, you know, that in there, especially if there's a battery in there, because they could be quite heavy. But, you know, whatever you guys like. If you want the bungees, you can. But, you know, I figured it would be just as easy to use the straps and strap it to the side. If you don't like those mounts, then you could do like what I'm going to do, and I'm going to mount, let me show you here. It comes with two handles, and you can put the handle anywhere you want, but the handle right here, it's got a little hole in it, a little slot. So I'm just going to run a little strap and wrap it around the sidekick landing gear for the kayak. So there ain't no stronger spot on the kayak than that landing gear. So you know, it's hooked into the rails on both sides, so it's not just hooked into one track, it's hooked into two. So, you know, I figured if I did flip over, then this would keep my BlackPak from falling out. And so I'm just going to put a strap in there. Now I got a little ahead of myself. I told you that you can mount these little corner pieces in there and run the strap off there. But if you want to run the bungees, you take this little piece right here, you run your bungee through that hole there, and then you hook it just like this, and then you mount it in the corner, and now you have a way for that bungee to hold your crate down. So I might use it, I might not, but I'm still tinkering around with it, trying to figure out what I like best. Right now I'm kind of thinking that I might just take and put a carabiner on this bungee here and hook it to this rod tube here on the bottom, and then hook it to this rod tube over here, and then just hook it up the same way, and that way I'll have it hooked to the bungee on all four sides, and then as like a safety I had that cam buckle strap mounted right there to the sidekick. Now, as far as the accessories that YakAttack is going to be making for this BlackPak, there is no telling. I haven't spoke with John about all the stuff that they're going to be hooking into this thing, but you know, I'm sure it's going to be a lot, just simply because you know, you've got that grid system and you can mount anything to it in so many different locations, and you can customize the heck out of this thing. If you know, it's pretty cool because if you want the hinges to be on this side, you can put them over there. I mean, they thought ahead and put the pre-drilled holes right there, so you could move it around. You know, if you want more rod tubes on the BlackPak, you can. I mean, you can put as many as you want. I think you can put like 4 on each side. So, you know, maybe, yeah, I believe 4 fit on each side. So, gosh, you could have like 15 rod tubes, and if you didn't have the handle there in the middle on each side, gosh, you could fit a lot more. You know, so you know, me personally, you know, I'm fine with just mounting a 4 like I've got. And the reason I mounted it like that is, number one, I'm the kind of guy where I want it to look good and I want it to function good too. You know, my mind is, you know, always running. You know, I do a lot of metal fabrication and stuff from time to time, and I've always done all kinds of fab work and woodworking and stuff like that. So my mind is just engineering all the time, thinking, hey, you know, you need to move this so you can do this, and so this will look right. So anyways, the reason why I've got it set up like I've got it set up is, one, you know, me personally, since the Titan has horizontal rod storage, you know, I can put a rod down this side and then a rod down this side. You know, if you have some of those other mounts where you can you know, lay some more rods down, then more power to you. You could add more horizontal storage that way. But for me, having 2 horizontal on the kayak and then having 4 rods back here in the back, you know, that's all that I need. You know, I'm not fishing enough tournaments to where, you know, I'm gonna need that many rods. Plus I think it's more comfortable not having them so close together. That way they don't kind of get tangled up, you know. But you know, for me, I also wanted you to be able to see the YakAttack on the side too. And you know, I'm gonna kind of go with like an orange theme, maybe a red theme. I'm not real sure. Just playing around, testing the waters to see what I like. Now, I know there's always going to be somebody out there that says, you know, I don't want to spend that kind of money on, you know, a fishing crate or a fishing box, whatever you want to call it, BlackPak. But, you know, and it's not going to be for everybody. You know, if you're on a budget, I get it. I've been there. You know, milk crate still works pretty good, you know, but you're still going to have money in modding it out and all that, you know. Probably not nowhere near what this thing cost, but you know, this thing is so easy to mod out. You know, it only made sense just for me to get one, so here I am. But the cool thing about it is, if you do, you know, get it and it breaks or whatever, you know, it does say on the box it's got a lifetime warranty, so that's pretty cool. I'm not sure what you have to do to get that warranty. I don't know if you have to, you know, send it back to them or what, maybe send them pictures, but you know, it seems like a pretty well-made product. Now, I told you guys that this one was the 16 by 16. They also make it in the smaller sizes. They make a 13 by 13 and a 13 by 16. And, you know, like I said, this is the Titan. It's a big kayak, so I wanted a big box. So, anyways, do I think the box is worth it? Yeah, I really do. And I'm excited to see what YakAttack's got in store for this thing. I know they're going to have a crap ton of stuff that they're going to be modding this thing out with. Do I think this box is durable? Yes. The hinges seem really durable, and you know, I was really impressed with everything. You know, you always worry about when you buy something that's made out of plastic, is it going to be good or bad? Well, I was really surprised. It seemed really strong. I mean, this handle ain't going anywhere. I mean, that thing is really stout. And I heard one guy say, well, the rod tubes don't seem very secure. They've only got 4 screws in them, dude. I mean, come on. This thing's got 4 screws. There's one at the bottom, one here, and then one right there at the top. I mean, look at that. I mean, there ain't no way that thing's going out of there. I mean, you'd really have to do something. I mean, you'd have to pick it up and throw it. And I still don't think you'd break it off of there. So, you know, like I said, you can't never believe everything you watch on YouTube. As far as the latches, they seem like they're well made, you know, but only time will tell. I mean, they seem pretty nice, but I don't know, that plastic over time, it might break or something. But I'm sure you give them a call, they'll replace it. But they seem to work really good. It opens and closes really nice. Doesn't make a lot of noise when you in and out of the thing. So I'm pretty happy with it. All right, guys, so until next time, appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you join Fishing Kayak Mods on Facebook, and join Kayak Trailer Mods on Facebook, and you guys will be pleasantly surprised. There's a lot of helpful information on there and a lot of knowledgeable people. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Talk to you later.